Did you know that in 2026, the SUV market in the United States is experiencing a silent revolution? Wow. Everyone is talking about electric cars. There's a list of 12 models that are completely changing the rules of the game. And the most impressive thing is that this transformation isn't just happening in luxury vehicles. From affordable compact SUVs to electric giants with more than 800 horsepower, something very big is happening at American dealerships right now. Stay until the end because I am going to reveal which of these 12 SUVs is dominating sales and why experts say it could be the smartest choice for your family. Before we start, if you enjoy content about cars, technology, and innovation, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any videos. And leave in the comments which SUV from the list you would buy if you had the chance today. Let's go. The year 2026 marks a historic moment for anyone looking for an SUV in the United States. For the first time in American automotive market history, consumers have at their disposal such an impressive variety of options that combines cutting-edge technology, energy efficiency, and extreme performance, all at the same time. But what's really behind this transformation? To understand this, we need to look at three distinct categories that are dominating American streets. First, the fully electric ones, which promise impressive range and power that would leave any sports car in the dust. Second, the hybrids and plug-in hybrids, which deliver efficiency without the fear of range anxiety. And third, the traditional combustion engines, which still maintain their relevance for very specific reasons you need to know. Let's start with the electric ones, because this is where the story gets really interesting. The Kia EV9 is redefining what we expect from a family electric SUV, with 3 rows of seats and power that can reach 563 horsepower. This Korean model isn't just another electric in the market. It represents a paradigm shift. American families who were previously afraid of electric vehicles are now lining up at Kia dealerships, and this is no coincidence. The EV9's range allows interstate trips without the stress of running out of battery midway. We're talking about a vehicle that can transport up to 7 people comfortably and still deliver acceleration comparable to sports cars. The interior is spacious, the onboard technology is state, and the price, although not low, is competitive when compared to other 3-row electric SUVs. But wait, because there's a model that takes electrification to a completely different territory. The GMC Hummer EV SUV is proof that electric cars don't need to be discreet or economical. With approximately 830 horsepower, this electric giant is for those who want extreme performance without compromise. It's heavy, it's imposing, it's excessive in every possible way. The Hummer EV SUV isn't for everyone, and GMC knows this. This is a vehicle for those who want to make a statement on American streets, for those who do mind paying more for electricity and want the feeling of piloting a futuristic tank. The crabwalk technology, which allows the vehicle to move diagonally, is just one of the bizarre and incredible features that make this SUV something unique in the market. Now leave in the comments. Would you pay extra for an SUV with 830 horsepower being fully electric? Or do you prefer something more balanced? Speaking of balance and popularity, we can't ignore the Tesla Model Y. This is one of the best-selling electric SUVs in the United States. And for good reason. Tesla's supercharger network solves one of the biggest problems with electric vehicles: charging infrastructure. When you buy a Model Y, you're not just buying a car, you're buying access to a complete ecosystem. The Model Y's range is strong, the performance is impressive, and the maintenance cost is significantly lower than combustion SUVs. American families are realizing that saving on fuel and maintenance compensates for the higher initial investment, and with Tesla's constant software updates, your SUV literally improves over time, something impossible in traditional vehicles. But General Motors isn't leaving Tesla alone in the electric luxury market. The Cadillac Vistiq is the American answer to the desire for premium electric SUV. With 3 rows, focus on comfort and cutting-edge technology. The Vistiq represents GM's commitment to electrifying its luxury line. This is a vehicle for those who want the status of a Cadillac with the efficiency of an electric. The Vistiq's interior is where the magic happens. Premium materials, state-of-the-art entertainment systems, and advanced driving assistance make this SUV a mobile living room. GM has learned from past mistakes and is investing heavily in user experience, from the app to the charging process. And there's one more electric giant that deserves attention. The Hyundai Ioniq 9 is the large electric SUV that Hyundai needed to compete directly with models like the EV9 from Kia, its sister company. With 3 rows and advanced battery technology, the Ioniq 9 promises competitive range and generous interior space. Hyundai's strategy is clear. Offer electric vehicles with technology comparable to market leaders, but with more accessible prices and better warranties. And it's working. American consumers are realizing they don't need to pay premium prices to have premium technology. But not everything is electric in this world of 2026. Hybrids and plug-in hybrids are conquering huge space, especially among consumers who want efficiency but still have concerns about relying exclusively on batteries. The Hyundai Palisade Hybrid is a perfect example of this strategy. The Palisade was already one of the most awarded family SUVs in the United States, and now with a hybrid version, it becomes even more attractive. 3 rows of seats, generous space, reliable hybrid technology, and a price that doesn't scare. American families love the Palisade because it delivers everything they need. Space for the kids, large trunk for Costco shopping, hybrid system that drastically reduces fuel consumption on urban routes and still maintains the ability to make long trips without worry. It's the best of both worlds. And speaking of the best of both worlds, impossible not to mention the Toyota RAV4 Hybrid in its plug-in version. This is one of the most popular compact SUVs in the United States for years, and the hybrid version is responsible for a huge portion of these sales. Toyota has mastered hybrid technology for decades, and this is reflected in the RAV4's reliability. The RAV4 PHEV, the plug-in hybrid version, offers pure electric mileage for daily urban life, but keeps the combustion engine for long trips. It's the perfect solution for those who want to experience electric life without total commitment. And the resale of a Toyota hybrid in the United States is excellent, which makes the investment even smarter. Leave in the comments if you prefer a hybrid or a pure electric, which makes more sense for your reality. There's an interesting story happening with the Jeep Cherokee. This American icon is returning in 2026 as a fully hybrid vehicle. That's right, the Cherokee, which represents American off-road tradition, is embracing electrification. And this says a lot about where the industry is going. Jeep knows its audience loves adventure, but also cares about efficiency and the environment. The new hybrid Cherokee promises to maintain the off-road capabilities that made the brand famous, but with much lower fuel consumption. It's a smart move that could define the brand's future. And there's one more interesting model in the hybrid world. The Mazda CX-90 is a medium to large SUV that offers both hybrid and plug-in versions. Mazda has always been known for creating vehicles with a more sporty touch, more pleasurable to drive, and the CX-90 is no exception. The plug-in hybrid version of the CX-90 offers the possibility of driving only in electric mode for reasonable distances, perfect for those who live in American suburbs and work relatively close to home. On weekends, you can take that trip to the mountains using the combustion engine without worry. And if you want luxury with efficiency, the Lexus TX 550 hours is the answer. This is a large and luxurious SUV with a plug-in hybrid system. Lexus, Toyota's luxury brand, brought all the hybrid reliability of the parent company to a premium package. The TX 550 hours Plus is for those who don't want to give up luxury, but recognize the importance of energy efficiency, premium leather interior, exceptional sound systems, state-of-the-art driver assistance technology, all this while significantly saving fuel compared to traditional luxury SUVs. But not everything is about electrification. Traditional combustion SUVs still have their place, and 2 models prove this brilliantly. The Honda CR-V is one of the most popular compact SUVs in the United States for years. The 2026 version continues to offer the Honda reliability that American consumers love. With the option of a hybrid version, for those who want more efficiency, the traditional CR-V still sells a lot because it's practical, reliable, maintains resale value, and has low maintenance costs. American families trust the CR-V because they know it will last. It's not the most exciting, it's not the most technological, but it's that reliable friend who never lets you down. And this has enormous value in the American market, where reliability is one of the most important factors in the purchase decision. And there's the Chevrolet Equinox 2026. This compact SUV is proof that there's still room for affordable vehicles in the market. The Equinox offers an interesting balance between price, utility, and basic technology. It's not the most advanced, but it perfectly serves families who need reliable transportation without spending fortunes. Chevrolet's strategy with the Equinox is clear. Offer an SUV that fits in the average American family's budget with enough space for daily life, reasonable fuel consumption, and the reliability expected from a traditional American brand. Now, let's talk about what's really catching attention in 2026. The Hyundai Palisade was elected SUV of the Year in North American Awards, and this is no small thing. This choice reflects an important change in the market. Korean brands are no longer seen as cheap alternatives, but as legitimate competitors to traditional American and Japanese brands. The Palisade wins consumers because it delivers practically everything a family SUV needs to have. Modern designer, spacious and well-finished interior, abundant technology, 10-year or 100,000-mile warranty on the powertrain, and a price that, although not the lowest, offers exceptional value for what you get. But what's really happening in the American SUV market in 2026 goes beyond individual models. We're seeing three enormous trends happening simultaneously. First trend: electrification is accelerating in all segments. From compacts to luxury giants, electrification is no longer optional, it's mandatory. Manufacturers that don't offer at least hybrid versions are losing significant sales. Second trend: American consumers are more informed and discerning. They don't buy just by brand, but by the total value the vehicle offers. This explains the success of Korean brands like Hyundai and Kia, which offer comparable technology with competitive prices and better warranties. Third trend: charging infrastructure is finally catching up to the vehicles. For years, the lack of charging points was the big impediment to electric adoption. This is changing rapidly, especially in more progressive states like California, Washington, and Colorado. Popular models like CR-V, Equinox, and RAV4 continue among the best-selling SUVs because they represent tested reliability. But the new electric and hybrid entrants are conquering space quickly, especially among younger and environmentally conscious buyers. Leave in the comments which of these trends you think will dominate the future of the automotive market. There's an important detail about prices that needs to be mentioned. Although electric SUVs are still generally more expensive in the initial purchase, the total cost of ownership over 5 years can be competitive or even lower when you consider fuel savings, reduced maintenance, and federal and state tax incentives available in the United States. States like California, Colorado, and New York offer additional incentives beyond federal ones for purchasing electric vehicles and plug-in hybrids. This can mean thousands of dollars in savings, making vehicles like the Kia EV9 or Tesla Model Y much more accessible than they initially appear. And there's another important factor: the cost of electricity in the United States varies enormously by state, but in most regions, charging an electric vehicle at home overnight costs a fraction of what you would spend on fuel for the same mileage. We're talking about savings that can reach hundreds of dollars per month for those who drive a lot. But not everything is rosy in the world of electrics. Range anxiety is still real, especially in less populous states, in the Midwest and South, where charging infrastructure is limited. For these regions, hybrids and plug-in hybrids make much more sense, at least for now. The Toyota RAV4 Hybrid is so popular precisely because it eliminates this concern. You have the efficiency of the hybrid system in daily urban life, but can drive anywhere in the United States without fear because you always have the combustion engine as backup. The Jeep Cherokee Hybrid follows the same logic. Adventurers who want to explore national parks and remote areas cannot depend on charging points that simply don't exist in these regions. The hybrid system allows efficiency when possible, but maintains the freedom to go anywhere. Now, let's talk about something few channels mention: the resale issue. Vehicles like Honda CR-V and Toyota RAV4 maintain resale value exceptionally well in the American market. After 3 years, these SUVs are still worth an impressive percentage of the original value. Electric vehicles, on the other hand, have a history of more accelerated depreciation, mainly because battery technology evolves rapidly and new models make old ones less desirable. But this is changing. Tesla Model E, for example, is maintaining value better than many expected, especially the performance versions. And there's an interesting twist happening. Plug-in hybrids are depreciating faster than traditional hybrids, possibly because used buyers fear battery life and replacement costs. This makes traditional hybrids, like the RAV4 Hybrid or Palisade Hybrid, potentially smarter as a long-term investment. Leave in the comments if you consider resale value when choosing a car. The Cadillac Vistiq and Lexus TX represent another important segment: luxury with conscience. Buyers of these vehicles aren't necessarily concerned about fuel economy to save money, but rather making a conscious choice about environmental impact without giving up luxury. These buyers want the best of both worlds. They want the status and comfort of a luxury brand, but also want to feel good about their environmental choice. It's a growing market, especially in cities like San Francisco, Seattle, Portland, and Boston, where environmental awareness is socially valued. The GMC Hummer EV SUV occupies a unique and almost contradictory space. It's a vehicle that screams excess and conspicuous consumption, but it's fully electric. It asks for those who want to make a statement of power and don't mind paying the price, literally and figuratively. But there's an important insight here. The Hummer EV is helping to change perceptions about electric vehicles. Traditionally, electrics were seen as small, weak, and for people who care too much about the environment. The Hummer EV shows that electric can be big, powerful, and excessive, attracting a completely different audience. This perception change is crucial for mass adoption of electric vehicles in the United States, especially in more conservative regions where large and powerful vehicles are culturally important. The Mazda CX-90 is interesting because it maintains Mazda's philosophy of creating pleasurable vehicles to drive. While many SUVs focus only on practicality, the CX-90 offers a more engaged, more sporty driving experience without totally sacrificing family practicality. For American consumers who came from sporty sedans but need an SUV for practical reasons, the CX-90 is an option that doesn't make you feel like you've totally given up the fun of driving. The Chevrolet Equinox 2026 represents a segment that cannot be ignored. Not everyone wants or can pay $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 or more for an SUV. Many American families need reliable, spacious, and affordable transportation, and the Equinox delivers exactly that. It's easy for car enthusiasts to ignore vehicles like the Equinox, but they represent the absolute majority of sales. These are the cars that really move the American economy, that take families to work, school, supermarket, every day, without glamour, but with reliability. And here we come to an important conclusion. There's no perfect SUV for everyone in 2026. There is the perfect SUV for each situation, for each family, for each budget, for each region of the United States. If you live in California, work close to home, and have easy access to charging, a Tesla Model Y or Kia EV9 might be perfect. If you live in the Midwest, drive long distances, and value reliability above all, a Toyota RAV4 Hybrid or Honda CR-V makes more sense. If you want luxury with efficiency and live in a big city, the Cadillac Vistiq or Lexus TX are excellent choices. If you want to make a statement of performance as non-negotiable, the GMC Hummer EV SUV is waiting for you. The big revolution of 2026 isn't a specific model, but rather the variety of excellent choices available. For the first time in history, American consumers can choose between electrics, hybrids, and traditional all with exceptional quality, and make the choice that really makes sense for their specific life. The Hyundai Palisade being elected SUV of the year perfectly symbolizes this moment. It's a vehicle that delivers excellence without excess, that offers technology without complication, that provides space and comfort without absurd price. It's the smart, thoughtful choice that many American families are making. And that's the true story of 2026. It's not about one vehicle dominating all others, but about a mature market offering genuinely good options for practically any need or desire. Before closing, leave in the comments which of these 12 SUVs you would buy today and why. And if you enjoyed this content, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and share with that friend who's thinking about changing cars. Your support is fundamental for us to continue bringing quality content about the automotive world. The American automotive industry is experiencing a moment of unprecedented transformation, and these 12 SUVs are just the tip of the iceberg. In the coming years, we'll see even more innovation, even more electrification, and hopefully more accessible prices as technology matures and production increases. If you're in the market for an SUV in 2026, the message is clear. Do your research. Test drive multiple models. Consider your actual usage pattern, not just what you imagine you'll do, and choose based on your real needs, not on marketing or trends. And remember, the best car is the one you can afford comfortably, that meets your practical needs, and that makes you happy every time you get in it. It doesn't matter if it's an 800 horsepower electric or a reliable compact hybrid. If it works for you, it's the right choice. Thank you for watching until the end. This shows you really care about the subject. Until the next video, and good choices on the road.